Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for another little update on the Dwarfs of the Bronze Kingdom for Legends of Signum. Now, I should have probably done this video some time ago, and there's a very good reason why I haven't, which is that shortly after these were all finished there was a horrible incident with the chariot which was dashed to the floor, broke into a lot of little pieces and had to be reassembled, glued back together, and was a right pain in the backside to deal with. In fact, the only joints which didn't break were the ones that held the wheels on the sides of the chariot and the ones that held the reins at the back of the yoke. And after I'd finally put this back together, and yet I still haven't found that part of the base that broke off. I was so disappointed and frustrated with the whole thing, but I just wanted to put the chariot away and not have to deal with it for a very long time, or even look at it or think about it. So, let's see. Here we got Lady Spark. As we know, she likes to run around and play with the big boys. She likes steam. She likes being all steamed up and hot and steamy and bothered, and that makes her excitable. However, I may have somewhat misunderstood her character when I suggested that she's a cloud chaser, because while she likes to end her turn next to the other dwarfs to gain steamy bonuses, she really gets those steamy bonuses if they end their turns next to her. Well, if she begins her turn next to theirs, so maybe instead of her chasing after all of them, they're all chasing after her instead. Now here we have the mechanic or engineer. He's a heavily support-oriented character, and he's so egotistical he has his own portrait on the back of his cloak, and the word error written on the back of his mechanical movement device. He doesn't even seem to have a weapon. He doesn't have any active support abilities, and his support is more proximity based. He makes the steamwork machines more reliable. Here we have the warrior. He's a solid defender and proud attacker. He's very effective. He can basically always re-roll all his dice in combat and pound the ever-loving crap out of anything. He's probably the best infantry warrior in the faction. Speaking of warriors, here are our three warriors. We got the one with the gun and the bomb, the one with the lantern and the hard hat, and the one with the hammer and shield. These three are experimental and have a tendency to explode, and are not the greatest warriors, but hey, they do the job. And then of course here we have our glorious chariot, which is incredibly delicate, and the paint on the ears of the boars rubbed off on the tips there when I was gluing it all back together and varnishing it. So I'm probably going to have to touch this up at some point soon. For now though, I can let all these rest and just be glad I got them all done. They do have reinforcements coming in the post, allegedly. My apologies, my camera has a tiny memory card. So as I was saying, there are reinforcements in the post, but since those are coming from the beleaguered and war-torn land of Ukraine, I don't expect them to arrive anytime soon. According to tracking, they left Ukraine about 2 weeks ago and haven't got any closer. I suspect they aren't tracking outside their own country, and they're probably just sitting in some customs warehouse while people check if it's a bomb or if I'm a spy or something. I'm not, by the way, and it's not. Okay guys, well that's about it for these little fellas until their reinforcements turn up. I have been building and painting other models, and maybe I'll do a video on them sometime soon, but for now, hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in whatever I upload next. I'm going to say goodbye for now though, and see you all soon. Cheerio everyone.